And we need to go... Well, let's talk to all of the fairies around here. In no era have we ever been free of conflict, beings born on the same planet, hating and hurting each other. Why are we so incomplete? Why do we not live hand in hand? It's too hard for me to understand. It's the puns. It's the damn puns. Any more fairies for me to talk to? Is it just the one by the tree? Because that's the one I want to talk to last. Yes, there are a couple up here. You guys seem to have made it all right. What brings an outsider here? If you have no business here, then please leave. You wonder why we're always in conflict. Let's talk to the purple-haired one. Nothing can be gained from conflict. All that it leaves is sorrow. Razzly, thoughts? Also, I like your purple hair better than hers. All right, let's talk to the fairy by the tree. Razzly has something to say about this. This tree had been withered. Why is this? Razzly, your sister's wish revived this withered tree. Now please take the one flower that blossomed from the tree, the will of your sister, Rosetta. You can only get this if, one, Razzly is in your party, and two, Rosetta died. That's actually an option in the game, whether Rosetta dies or not. And if you're trying to actually get the good stuff, you let her die. I'll actually, show off not letting her die eventually, but I wanted to get the Floral Rod, which we got here. Razzly has received the Floral Rod. Rosetta's will. I'll do my best. Please be there with me, sis. And Razzly has learned Raz Flower, her level 7 tech. And Surge is ready to go, so everybody kind of comes along. All right, so Razzly, I believe I have one stone rod for you. Should be around here somewhere, shouldn't it? Didn't I make it? Apparently not. All right, so Mithril is probably the best stuff that I got for her. Let's compare it to the Floral Rod. As you can see, it is so much more powerful, despite it being a wand made out of flowers. I'll have to check to see if it's actually supposed to be better than the Prism Rod or the Spectral Rod, whatever the Rainbow Rod actually is. But I believe it is supposed to be the best rod in the game. We will see if anybody else can actually equip that as well. Still have the Master Hammer on. Let's go ahead and actually equip that on Guile. He's real high on the list here. Pretty damn easy to find. Can he equip the Flower Rod? He cannot. It is Razzly only. And yes, Razzly can wear all sorts of dresses and things, but Guile cannot. All right, let's take a look at her level 7 tech. We have Raz Flower. Protect friends with flower power. Hooray! We're protected. We'll get into a fight and show that off. I think you know exactly where I'm going to go in order to show that off, but we need to get off of the Water Dragon Isle first. I do wish there was kind of just a way to quickly go back. Damn it! I told you this one was a little bit less straightforward. Like, all the other times you just keep on going up, but this one you have to go left, then right, and then you can go down. All right, so we got Raz Flower. That is the second to last tech that is available in the game. Even though I've had Razzly for a while, this was the first time that I actually could go back and get that after the Chrono Cross. So let's head back to Fossil Valley. We have a little bit of work to do here with some dingoes. I don't know why I keep on picking on the dingoes, but honestly, the reason is that there's usually a lot of them, and they will die to a level 7 tech, but not the build up to it. As you can see, she is very powerful. Yeah, I bet you're angry. I bet you are. Razzly does have a fierce attack that does hit everybody. And of course, having that flower is being, well, very useful for us. All right, so Raz Flower. Protect friends with flower power. Protect us all, Razzly. And magic has temporarily increased, which I wouldn't necessarily say is protecting us, but I guess I get what you mean. By the way, I win. It's just a matter of time, but I win. Yeah, I get almost no money for that. Those are just as easy as the fights that I took on at Chronopolis. Good portion of Terra Tower is probably going to be just that easy, but it's not as rewarding, so I'll be spending more time there. Yeah, leave the screen. The hell are you doing? All right, so now that we have Razzly up to a level 7 tech, it is now time for me to continue to do stuff off screen. We need to save Kid, and then we need to go to Terra Tower. I believe the next thing that I'm going to be doing is showing off the last Doppelganger that you can get in a normal playthrough, which is in Terra Tower. So I'll meet you when I encounter that enemy. And I have found the last Doppelganger on my list. It is this Myxomycete. These are actually quite valuable, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill a couple of them and hope that I get the drops that I want, as well as get the Doppelgangers. I've gone ahead and abandoned all hopes of having like really good magic casters with me, so I have pure strength along with me. So it's Fargo and Orlha. I still need somebody that steals so that I can steal. We are going to use dash and slash to try to kill another Myxomycete. 1116, down it goes. Now we're just up against a Cupoid, which actually does not drop the item that I mentioned in the earlier video. It was, I want to say, the Angel Charm. Those are actually dropped by the Myxomycetes, which are usually in fights with the Cupoids, which is probably why I got them confused. Is that enough? That is still not enough. Orlha, you need to do some work. Orlha is actually my strongest character at this point. But Surge is starting to make a comeback at the end. Maybe. Last star he got 2 health, but as you can see, Orlha is definitely the strongest. There's 2 Angel Charms. I need those, so I'm going to be killing lots of those guys as we move forward. And I'll have enough Rainbow to hopefully deck out everybody by the end. I'll probably do it the cheap way, which is technically not cheating, but still pretty damn cheap. But I will now meet you on the other side of Terra Tower. That is all the Doppelgangers, and there's nothing else new until we are done with this. Through Terra Tower, I now have a party that I need to talk about because we're going to be taking on some powerful enemies. So, I have with me Surge, Fargo, and Kid. As you might expect from Fargo and Kid being in there, we're gonna need to steal multiple times. Now, technically, we could steal 3 times, but the 3rd steal is not worth it. But I do want to steal twice, and they better damn land it. I could have Mel along if I wanted to steal the 3rd time, but honestly, the 3rd one's an antidote, which I could not care less about. But the 2 steals that I want, they need to get for me. In terms of equipment, this is the most important part. The equipment that I have is the most powerful stuff that I'm really willing to put on right now. Surge has the Master Monet, the Prism Mail, the Forget-Me-Not Pot. These are very important. Prism Helmet, and Red Brooch. We need protection against red status effects. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna lose. But he does have the Master Monet on. Fargo does have the Stone Sword. I didn't go out of my way to make Prism weapons for anybody. So whatever I had is what I had. We have a stone sword, prism mail, and then the accessories are going to stay the same. Forget-me-not pot, prism helmet, and red brooch. I had like 8 of these. I only need 3 in order to get what I want done. Kid is equipped with a denaturite dagger, prism mail, forget-me-not pot, prism helmet, and red brooch. That does mean nobody gets the sunglasses, which makes me a little disappointed. I could put it on instead of the prism helmet, but honestly, I would rather have the defense at this point. But the forget-me-not pot, very, very important. Make sure everybody has one, as well as a red brooch. Everybody needs one of those. Search is the only one that's properly allocated when it comes to elements. Everybody else is auto-allocated because the elements are not going to be too important here. But the actual equipment is. It's time to head to the Bend of Time. Now, this is only available if you are playing New Game Plus or Continue Plus. This is the final battle for Doppelgangs, but it doesn't feel like that does this fight justice. What we are going to do is head into this previously locked door. It's now wide open, and here we can find a giant one of these things. Welcome. Wanna go for it? 3 laps should be enough. Oh, this is reminding me of Chrono Trigger up and down. All right, for whatever reason, it only works if you go this way. If you go clockwise. If you go counterclockwise, it will not work. So there's 1. I'm not gonna speed up for this, otherwise I'm gonna mess it up. 2. And 3. All done. Hey, nice circling job. Well, battle away.